Well, it's not the Mexican national team we're playing.
No, I mean,
we're playing Monterrey.
Right.
But I understand the point.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think managing your emotions and matching their intensity is really important. But on top of that, they're fantastic footballers as well. So they have a lot of players who can hurt us, hurt any team, I should say. And I think what's exceptional about Monterrey is that they also have the physical abilities to beat you. So it's not just football, it's also physicality and intensity and tempo. So we have our work cut out for us, but I have seen our team play in a similar manner, and we have the ability as well. So I'm really looking forward to the matchup tomorrow night. It should be a good one. And it'll be game time. We're working. He's working.
Thank you.
Coach, do you see the Monterrey as the biggest challenge on this side of the bracket, knowing that the next opponent will be an MLS team in order to get to the final?
It's a big obstacle. Whether it's the biggest, we'll find out tomorrow, but it's certainly one of the best teams in the tournament. And if you're trying to win a tournament, you have to beat those teams. So it's a big obstacle for us. We like challenges here. No, I also think we can't underestimate the fact that all of the Liga MX team are playing away from home for a long time, and there's some travel there that they're not used to. So there are some disadvantages from the teams from Liga MX, but there are also disadvantages for the MLS teams as far as roster building goes and budget goes. And so I think the results have been pretty positive for MLS clubs, as you said, but to draw a real and true comparison, we would have to play next year the Leagues Cup in Mexico and to see how MLS teams do that, which I think would be very difficult. So it's really hard to come to a conclusion without having a real comparison like that. But I think having in the final 8 teams, 6 being the MLS is a good result for the MLS. I'm not sure. I don't think that's logistically possible. Just in the middle of a season, we're already stretching the players as much as we can, and then to add another game to each round is just too much. So I'm not sure that's a solution. Would it be more fair? Probably. There are a number of ways you can structure this tournament, but I apologize ahead of time. I'm not going to give you the answer you want. And it's none of my business to come up with formats. So I'm going to focus on my job, which is preparing my team for tomorrow. Of course, but it's not just one. It's never 1v1. It's a collective effort. I think teams who defend collectively well can make life difficult for him. Amongst other players in this league too, who are gifted. So it's never an individual effort. And if you do try to defend him with one player, that's not going to work. He's the best player in the world, in my personal opinion, and it's impossible to defend him alone. So it's always going to be a team effort or a collective effort, and but yes, of course it's possible.
Steve, I know it's not your decision, but it's out of your hands, but do you prefer to play all your games at the BMO Stadium instead of Rose Bowl, because at the end it becomes neutral for both teams, losing the home advantage? And if you have the opportunity, why don't take the decision to recognize the field and train over there?
Why don't we train there?
Yeah.
Oh. We feel comfortable here. We don't train. We've played there not too long ago against the Galaxy, so the players know the field, the atmosphere. So I don't think it's necessary to get used to the atmosphere or field. Would I prefer to play at BMO? Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
No, pretty similar tactics, but different players, different habits, different behaviors. So, and we're different as well. So, and that was in a friendly, and we've made a lot of changes. So there isn't a whole lot we can draw from that, other than the teams that he fields are, always show a high level of intensity and football, and so we'll be ready for both. Sure, it's one opportunity. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You can invest numbers forward, like they like to do, but you leave yourself vulnerable on the counterattack. It also depends on our ability to press the ball and to cause mistakes. So if you do not get ample pressure on the ball, you won't cause mistakes, and they are technically proficient enough to wiggle their way out of some problems and some pressures. Then putting numbers forward is a huge advantage for them. So it's a little bit of both. I think they believe in their ability to build the back with obviously the center backs and 2-6s and push the rest forward, and they're really good at it. So we'll have our work cut out for us, and if our defensive work is good, there are opportunities on the counter. If our defensive work is not good, there are opportunities for them in their offensive organization, and we'll have obviously solutions in the other phases as well.